This is the Energy Shift Show podcast, where we talk about spirituality and how to live your best life today. All it takes is a shift in perception. Hello, beautiful souls. Deb here, and I'm so excited you're joining me for today's show. As CEO of the Harmonic Sovereignty Studio, my goal with the podcast is to motivate you by sharing insights and also take you along as I speak to knowledgeable people that I have found inspiring to me throughout my years as an energy medicine practitioner and intuitive guide. I cover topics that I'm passionate about, all things under my 3 pillars of attune, anchor, and amplify. Attune into your energy and your inner wisdom to gain clarity on what truly matters for your passion in life and your well-being. Anchoring grounds your insights with practical tools and daily rituals that support sustainable, soul-aligned growth. And amplifying, well, that elevates your impact and vitality by expanding your energy, sharing your gift, and creating lasting change from a place of alignment. Now listen up for this exciting episode to begin. I will read the disclaimer. This podcast and the topics discussed stem from my own curiosity and desire to learn and should never be taken as direct medical advice. I am not a doctor, dietitian, nor any other medical professional. Please always consult your trusted provider regarding your health and your wellness. Hello. Welcome back to the Energy Shift Show. I'm your host, Debbie Sodergren. This is training 4 of 4. The last one in the series. We've covered a lot of ground together. The truth about the cohort that didn't fill. The mirror, not the verdict. The gap between knowing and doing. What's actually inside the self-paced program. So today, I want to close the loop. A lot of you wrote in with questions since the last training. So that's what we're going to do today is I'd like to answer them directly and out loud. No dodging, no vague non-answers. All right? Okay. I picked the 4 questions that came up most, and I'm going to take my time with each one because I'd rather answer 4 questions well than 10 questions quickly and leave you guys still wondering, like, what? Did she even answer the question? So hopefully I'll do well and answer these 4 questions for you. All right. The first question that I heard most was this. I'm already stretched thin. How do I actually fit this in? Well, here's my honest answer. You don't need a free month. You need about 1 hour a week for roughly 6 to 8 weeks, depending on your own pace. Some of you will move faster. Some of you will take longer. Both are completely fine because there's no clock running except the one that you set for yourself. So go ahead and set a goal, understanding that life is going to happen as you're going through it. Okay. The second question is about whether this actually works. The question is, what if I do all 4 modules and nothing really changes? So, I want to answer this honestly and not just reassuringly. This work changes things. It does so when you actually do it. Not when you just read through it passively. The modules give you the map and the plan. You still have to do the walk. You still need to do the work. I can't do it for you. I can just guide you and give you the map. That's true for every tool that I've ever built, and I'd rather tell you that plainly than promise you something automatic. Okay. The third question is about fit. What if I get partway through and I realize it's not a right fit for me? Well, that's a fair worry and I can respect it. The details on exactly how that's handled are on the page at harmonicsovereignty.com. So you can read through them yourself before you even decide, before you even buy the program. I never want anyone saying yes to this without knowing exactly what they're agreeing to. Okay? All right. And the last question that I want to talk about, the fourth question, the one that I hear the most is, am I actually ready for this, or am I just hoping that I'm ready for this? And here's how I want to address that. If you took the mini assessment and it named something true, and that something has stayed with you for weeks now instead of fading, that's not hope. That's readiness. You don't need to feel 100% certain. You just need the thing to still be true when you check on it again. There's one more question that's worth talking about, even though fewer of you asked it out loud. What if I already know I need this, but I still can't make myself say yes and purchase it? That one isn't really about the program at all. That's the same pattern that we talked about back in training 1. Insight, sitting there, true, and unacted on, because nothing forced the moment. I can't create urgency for you that isn't real. I won't pretend spots are running out when they aren't. But I can tell you this honestly, the business will change. The businesses that change are the ones where someone actually decided that today was as good as any other day to stop waiting for certainty and just take that leap of faith, hit the button and purchase the course and go through it, knowing that they're going to have support. If you run into a jam, if you want to share something, email me, reach out. All my contact information is right there. I want to close with one more story, but I think it answers all 4 questions at once. A woman, I'll call her Rita, almost didn't sign up. She told me later that she'd read the module breakdowns the 4 separate times before she finally said yes. She worried that she wouldn't have the time. She worried that it wouldn't actually work for her specific situation. And she also worried that she'd start and quietly quit, the way she had with other programs before. Can I tell you that none of that happened for her? She moved slowly at her own pace, closer to 10 weeks than 6 weeks, because her life was genuinely full. But she kept coming back to it, little at a time, because nothing was rushing her forward. So, by the time she finished her blueprint, she'd already made 2 decisions that she had been avoiding for over a year. Not because a deadline forced her to, because she finally had a structure that held the truth long enough for her to actually act on it. She told me something else. She said that, I think this is going to be worth sharing here with you guys. She said the hardest part was never the modules. It was the 4 times she almost didn't start. Everyone has those 4 times, you guys. The fear. Sounded reasonable. It always does. The 5th time, she just decided, all right, I'm going to just do it. Reasonable fear, yet she took an action. So, here we are. At the end of the 4 trainings, I told you the truth about why the cohort didn't happen. I've shown you the mirror. I've walked you through exactly what the self-paced program holds. And today, I've answered the questions I know a lot of you were quietly sitting with and didn't type to me to answer. It's okay. The Burnout-Proof Business Audit, self-paced, it's open. at harmonicsovereignty.com. It'll stay open. There's no countdown ending this week, the end of this month. There's no spots running out to speak of. But I do want to leave you with something honest. The same way I've tried throughout this whole series, the absence of a countdown doesn't mean the timing doesn't matter. It just means that the deadline isn't mine to set. It's yours. So if you heard today something that is still true for you, when you finish listening to this episode, don't let it fade away. Don't be distracted by what you're going to get back to that's on your to-do list, like so many of us honestly do. But actually, go to my website, harmonicsovereignty.com. Read through the program. And if it's right, sit with it. Feel it in your bones. Muscle test it. And if your body, your energy says yes, it's screaming at you as you're reading through it and you're like, oh my God, yes, I can feel this is right, then guess what? That's your sign. That's your sign from source, the universe, your guides, whatever you want to call it, God. That is your sign to give yourself the hand up. Click on the link and get yourself into the program. And if you do all that and it's not right for you, that's honestly fine too. Keep taking that mini assessment whenever your business shifts. Keep listening to the show. The relationship doesn't end if the timing isn't right for this particular program. It never has, and it never will. So, thank you for walking through this series with me, for the honesty, the questions, and the trust to stay through all 4 trainings. That means more to me than you'll know. If you've enjoyed this episode, like it, share it with a friend, and let me know how this has impacted you. Okie doke, that's it for this week. So until next time, bye for now. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode and it aligned with your frequency and the goal of living your best life, you can connect with me at harmonicsovereignty.com or debbiesottergren.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Debbie Sodergren. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Harmonic Sovereignty Studio. I invite you to send me your questions or comments or just say hello on social media or email me at debbiesottergren@gmail.com. And remember, a shift in perception is sometimes all it takes for you